Hello and welcome to this lab demonstration on using VM templates, creating templates and deploying VMs. After completing this lab video, you will be able to create a VM template, configure customization specifications, and use these components to deploy customized virtual machines. When you have to deploy multiple instances of more or less identical virtual machines, you can simplify your work by either cloning a virtual machine or create virtual machine templates from which you can then deploy virtual machines. In both cases, you typically do not want to have exact one-to-one copies. For example, think of the MAC address of a network interface card, or the computer name, or unique identifiers. In a Microsoft environment, for example, you do not want to have multiple Windows VMs with the same Windows Security Identifier, the SID. You have three options to customize clones to make them unique. You can power on each clone and then change things manually. This doesn't scale. Another way is to customize certain settings at the time you clone a virtual machine or deploy a virtual machine from a template. And then there is the option to create customization specifications and simply apply one of them when cloning or deploying a virtual machine from a template. For this lab, you should already be familiar with the vSphere client user interface and you should know how to create virtual machines. We want to perform the configuration on vCenter server SA vCSA 01. So the first step is to connect to this server. And then we log in as administrator at vsphere.local. In the first task of this lab exercise, we will convert an existing virtual machine to a template. Note that when using the conversion option, the original virtual machine doesn't exist as a virtual machine anymore. It is changed to a template. If you want to create a template from an existing virtual machine, but you want to keep the original virtual machine, then you have to use another option. So be careful. There is a menu item Clone, where you can select Clone to Template, and there is a menu item Template, where you can select Convert to Template. So let's go ahead and convert our existing virtual machine that is called Photon Template to a template, and then move it to a folder called Lab Templates. So we have to select VMs and templates in the navigator pane. Now we expand the ICM data center, and here we have this virtual machine Photon Template. It is called Photon Template, but that's just the name. This item that we see here, in fact, is a virtual machine. It's not a template yet. Now we right-click the virtual machine. And since we want to convert it, we have to select Template, Convert to Template. Before actually doing that, let me just show you the other option I was talking about earlier. You could select Clone and then choose Clone to Template. In this case, the original virtual machine would still exist and you create a copy, which then is a template. But again, in our case, we want to convert the virtual machine to a template. So we select Template, Convert to Template. We have to confirm. And now, when you look to the navigation pane, you can see that our earlier VM Photon Template is still in the list. However, the icon changed. So this icon indicates that this is a virtual machine template. In this data center, in the ICM data center, we have different folders. One folder is called Lab Templates. So let's move our template into that folder. This is not required. It's just better organized to have templates and VMs at different places in different folders. So when I now expand this folder, then we see our Photon template in here. In the next task of the lab, we want to configure a customization specification. To do that, we have to go to Menu and then select Policies and Profiles. And in the navigator pane on the left, you see that VM customization specifications is selected. And since this is what we want to add, we just have to click New in the right pane. Now the wizard opens. First we have to enter a name for our customization specification. We use Photon Custom Spec. Then we have to select the vCenter server, which is correct. It's our vCenter server, SA vCSA01. The guest OS in our case is Linux. So we have to change this. And down here you can already see that there is a checkbox, generate a new security identity, SID, and this one is activated by default. So whenever we apply this customization specification, the clone, the virtual machine that we deploy from the template, will have its own unique SID. So we click Next. We want to have unique names for our clones that we deploy from the template. So there are different options on how to do that. You could enter one here in the customization specification, and then you could append unique numeric values, for example, but we will simply use the default setting that says use the virtual machine name. So whatever the name of the virtual machine is here in vSphere will be the computer name. We want to assign a domain, in our case vclass.local. So this is not a unique setting, because all the machines that we deploy using this customization specification here will get this same domain. But if you need, let's say, 20 virtual machines in one domain and 30 in another, then you would simply create two customization specifications. And when you deploy the virtual machines from the templates, you would apply these two different customization specifications so that you are able to apply two different domains. We click Next. Now we can apply a time zone. So similar to the domain, all the VMs that use this customization specification will have the same time zone. You could create different specifications for virtual machines that will reside in different time zones. In our case, let's pick US for the area and then Pacific. We click Next. You could apply scripts here. In our case, there is no need to do that, so we simply click Next. Now we are on the network page of the wizard, and we want to keep the default value, which is use standard networking settings for the guest operating system, including enabling DHCP on all network interfaces. So this way, we can make sure that there is no static IP address, which would be the same on all our VMs that we deploy from the template. We click Next. Now we can apply DNS servers. And in our case, we want to do that. And our primary DNS server should be 172.20.10.10. And we want to add the domain vclass.local to the DNS search path. So we type in this domain and then we click Add. And now we can click Next. We can review the settings that we configured. And when we are happy with it, then we click Finish. And you can see here in the list that our customization specification has been created. It's called Photon Custom Spec. Now it's time to use the template to deploy virtual machines. So we do that in our third and final task of this lab exercise. To deploy a VM from a template, in the navigation pane, we want to go to VMs and templates. Now we select our template, we right-click it, and we select New VM from this template. So the wizard opens, and we first have to enter the name of the new virtual machine, and we will use Photon 11. Now we have to choose the location for the virtual machine. We want to have that virtual machine in the ICM data center, and we want to have it added to the lab VMs folder. So we click Next. Now we have to select a compute resource, and from the ICM data center in the folder lab servers, we want to use ESXi host SAESXi01. Then we click Next. Now we have to select the storage location, and we want to use the iSCSI datastore. And up here, we can select the virtual disk format, so we could use the same format as the source. Let's have a look what the other options are. Well, we can use thick provisioning, lazy zeroed, thick provisioning, eager zeroed, or thin provisioned. In this case, we want to use thin provisioning for the disk. Now we click Next. Now we can choose to select customization of the operating system of the virtual machine hardware, and we can decide whether or not we want to power on the virtual machine after it has been deployed from the template. So we want to customize the operating system. So we click here. And that added a new step in the wizard on the left, Customize Guest OS. And we also want to power on the virtual machine after creation. Now we click Next. Under Customize Guest OS, we can select our previously created customization specification. We only created one, so that's the only choice that we have, and it was called Photon Custom Spec. So we select this one, and we click Next. Now we are ready to deploy the VM. We can review our settings and then click Finish. Under Recent Tasks at the bottom, you can see that the cloning process is on its way. So the virtual machine is now created. The process completed. Before we even check whether the virtual machine has been created, where it has been put to, whether it has been powered on, let's actually create another one. So deploy another virtual machine from the same template. So we are more or less repeating the same steps. This time we want to deploy the VM to ESXi host SAESXi02. So in the navigation pane, we right-click our template. We select New VM from this template. Now we enter the name of the virtual machine. In this case, we type in Photon 12. It should go to the ICM data center, into the folder Lab VMs. We click Next. Now when we select the ESXi host, We use SAESXi02 this time. Then we click Next. So again, we use the iSCSI datastore. And again, we want to use a thin provisioned disk. Now we can click Next. And we apply the same customization. So we check the Customize the operating system checkbox. And we also want the virtual machine to be powered on after creation. Now we click Next. Again, we want to apply our customization specification. We select it and we click Next. Now we can review the configuration. Then we click Finish. And again, under recent tasks, we can see that the virtual machine gets cloned from the template. The virtual machine has been deployed, the cloning process completed. So now let's verify that these two VMs exist and that they are up and running. We deployed them to the lab VMs folder. And you can see in here, we have our VM Photon 11 and Photon 12. Both of them are up and running. So let's connect to them and see whether we can log in. So I select Photon 11 and I launch the web console. And you can see that we have a login prompt. Now let's do the same for Photon 12. We select the VM, we launch another web console. And we do see some error messages here, but nevertheless we see that we are on the console, and probably it just needs a little bit more time until we see the login prompt. So we created 2 copies from a virtual machine template. We used a custom specification to customize these VMs, and we verified that the VMs are up and running. And in the meantime, Photon 12 finished booting, and you see that we also have a login prompt here. So Photon 11 login prompt here. You see that the computer name is Photon 11 and the computer name here is Photon 12. Remember, when we added or when we deployed the VMs from the template, we chose that option to use the VM name as the computer name. So when I go back to our vSphere client, you see that our VM names are Photon 11 and Photon 12. These names were used as the computer names during customization. Congratulations! You have completed the Using VM Templates, Creating Templates and Deploying VMs lab demonstration video. In this lab, we first created a virtual machine template. The way we did that was by converting an existing virtual machine to a template. Another option would have been to clone an existing virtual machine to a template. This way that original virtual machine would still be existing after creating the template. Then we created a customization specification. And finally, we deployed 2 virtual machines from the template and applied the customization specification that we created earlier. You should now know how to create virtual machine templates, how to deploy virtual machines from templates, and how you can simplify customization by using customization specifications. Thank you for watching this lab demonstration video. I hope the knowledge acquired here will help you with your daily job assignments. And good luck as you continue your journey in VMware world.